Hi, my name's Elise Pickett with the Urban Harvest, and I'm a permaculture designer. I typically focus a lot on growing food, but the longer I've been gardening, I've come to realize that there is tremendous benefit in gardening for wildlife as well. We can do a melding or merging of the best of both worlds, where we can still use and enjoy our gardens and space while still supporting the nature and wildlife that lives around us. There are a few ways that you can start to help support and attract nature into your space. The first one is probably the most obvious, but that's having food sources, whether that be bird feeders or native wildflowers for pollinators or even native seed. I remember the first time that I saw a little wren or a little bird out my window. It was actually eating the seeds off of my native wildflower plants instead of going to the bird feeder. It's a pretty amazing feeling when you can start to incorporate systems in nature that actually support nature in a natural way. The other thing, in addition to food, is going to be water. We don't think about it as a need outdoors, but the wildlife certainly do. Incorporating small fountains or ponds, if you have a little bit more space, can be incredibly helpful for the wildlife to find the water as they need it. You can even do little butterfly dishes with a little bit of sand at the bottom of a dish and the water just barely covering the sand. It's a wonderful way for small pollinators and other insects to get the water that they need. The next one is probably not so obvious or something that we think of very often, and that is having some sort of shelter. In today's world, we are very much tend towards like the neat and tidy, but that's not really nature. So I'm not saying leave your whole lawn unmown or all of the fallen branches in your yard down on the ground, but maybe a small corner of the yard that you let grow up a little bit, or a place where you throw a few of those sticks and branches out of the way so that you can still utilize the space and nature has a safe spot to tuck away into. The last one is space. Having a safe space for them to not only raise their young, but also live. If we're spraying chemicals or toxins into the environments, even if it's just on those pests that are eating our gardens or whatever, that cascades throughout the entire system. So the bird that ate that worm or the snake that ate the whatever, all of that is connected into one fluid system. So if we can eliminate the use of chemicals in our space, we are able to better support the wildlife in our area. There are lots of certifications around the country that you can get to certify your garden in your yard as a native and wild space. But you can also just do it and know that you are supporting the natural systems around you.